Thank you.
And lastly is Representative Langworthy from Buffalo.
That's right, we say Buffalo, not New York.
Oh,
I love Buffalo.
You were there the day after you were acquitted, I remember.
Yeah, it said 20,000 people filled the
That was
gym.
a big
I'll
crowd.
never forget it.
Big news. Thank you very much, President.
Never forget it.
You are widely regarded across party lines as one of the most politically perceptive leaders of modern time. Your political instincts are very well documented, and your successes of your political career are well documented. How would you describe the substance of your conversations with Jeffrey Epstein during the many hours that you spent together on the aircraft?
Well, at first, he really seemed to be like a vacuum cleaner, like he really wanted information. And there was no, to go back to the business with the, what do you call it, the passport, the false line. There was nothing overtly manipulative about it. He wanted to know, you know, what did I think of derivatives trading? Did I think that the stock market was properly regulated, or did it need more? What, and, you know, how did we have the most broadly shared prosperity in 50 years? Was it just an accident? Was it just technology? Or do we have specific policies? He wanted to know stuff like that. And it was great for the first, you know, 2 or 3, 4 or 5 conversations. But I could tell that it was like, I mean, you guys are in politics. Don't you ever feel like sometimes somebody's talking to you and then they're just checking the box and they got to go do something else and be somebody else? I mean, that's the way I felt.
Interesting. The international travel you took with Mr. Epstein, it represented a significant investment of time and money on his behalf.
Yeah.
And I did miss the first portion of this, so if any of this is repetitive, I apologize. Your arrangement was that you would spend an hour of conversation with him on topics of his choosing, and that
So he testified to us, just so that
I'm
you
sorry, I
know,
wasn't-
on economics and politics.
on economics and politics.
Thank you.
Okay.
That was it.
And that was the arrangement, and the rest was in-kind donation, you know, the
For
flights.
all the
the
long
time.
haul flights, yeah. If we were gone 4 hours or more, I'd give him an hour.
Okay. Did you ever ask him directly why he was willing to finance these trips and provide you with access to the plane?
I did.
So much. And what was his reaction to that
He
question?
said, I think you did a good job as president and you managed to get reelected, and you're the first Democrat in 60 years that got reelected. I want to know what happened. And I want to understand it. And that was it. And he never was, you know, it was never like he was trying to suck up to me or anything. He just was, it was very straightforward. But after a while, it was obvious that he had done what he intended to do, and he was kind of going through the motions, and he didn't really care about I really cared about this AIDS thing. I thought we had a chance to build something that would revolutionize the treatment of all mass illnesses. Same thing with tuberculosis and malaria, and sure enough, we did. But I thought we were on the verge of something big, and he didn't much care about it, and I had a bunch of people that did. So we went our different ways.
And as you pointed out, I mean, we're all in the political process, certainly not playing at the levels that you have in your career. But do you believe that this was, in essence, Epstein being a political junkie and looking for that association?
Yes, and I didn't know what else. All I knew was that but after we started, when I got this thing going and people could see it like a chugging engine, you know, then we had more and more people interested in helping. And I wanted to have people there that I knew were genuinely caring. I know it sounds funny, but it matters, because when you start something like this, You're gonna have rough time spots, things are not gonna go right, you're gonna have to solve new problems. Far better to have people who are passionate about this.
So on these overseas visits, did Mr. Epstein accompany you to any of the meetings or the private dinners or the official engagements? And if he did, what capacity was he introduced?
He went to some of the meetings, and some of the dinners, but the big public dinner we did in South Africa, he did, for example. But some he didn't when it wasn't appropriate. When I had to talk to somebody about whether I thought they were following a proper legal path and trying to let us sell generic drugs and how we're going to get them. There were a lot of complicated things.
Can I get a time check?
We have like a minute left.
Did he ever seek introductions to foreign
Never.
dignitaries or leaders from you?
Not that I remember.
Okay. Did he ever ask you to make phone calls on his behalf? in
No,
any
he
sort of-
never did. I remember that he didn't. I mean, I would remember.
You said he was not a friend, but with that amount of travel and proximity, why wasn't he a friend and he was just an acquaintance?
Well, no, it wasn't just an acquaintance either. I felt friendly toward him, but he was, as I said in my book, odd. There was always something a little holding back, and and I could tell. It was pretty strange the way it happened. You know, Larry Summers, the president of Harvard, calls you out of the blue, says this guy wants to do it, you do it. And then I like to spend as much time as I can
Okay.
with people I know that I can count on. And I didn't have, honestly, I never saw anything that I knew was illegal, but I just felt I should move on, and we did.
Did you ever have any arguments or disagreements with Mr. Epstein or Miss Maxwell in the course of your travels?
Not to my knowledge.
And is there anything that you saw that he was looking to monetize the relationship that he had
No.
with you? Okay, and
Can I check the time?
I believe,
Just
Wait,
like
wait.
5 seconds.
And my lawyers are gonna kill me on this, but I have to say, I wanna be honest. I'm not trying to be, goody two-shoes here. I did feel closer to Ghislaine Maxwell because of Ted Wade. So I wasn't against the whole deal until I knew what they were doing.
okay.
And by then, it was too late for me to do anything about
But
it.
I think your response is was he trying to ever monetize the relation, to your knowledge, was
To
clear.
the best of my knowledge, he never did.
Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. President.
Thank you. We will go off the record.